Guys, it's the Chook Man here once again. I want to be talking about stuff that I've experienced during my time living on the streets and living it rough and how I think it is. I can only talk for myself, but when I see other people doing this, I just shake my head and think, you know what? If I can smarten my act up and clean myself up and stop doing dumb things, anyone can do it. Not just a Chook Man, I'm talking about anyone. So what I'm talking about is if you've got a drug problem, doesn't matter what drug it is, alcohol, popping pills, smoking hoochie coochie, and the list goes on and on and on. You can't keep doing that when you get older and older and older. Sooner or later, your body is going to pack it in like the Chook Man's. I never once thought, when in my younger days, what damage I was doing to my body. Smoking, drinking, smoking a bit of weed here and there back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Didn't think one bit common sense of what it would do in the long run. Now, I'm in my 50s now, I'll be 55 this year, and I've got a lot of health issues that are slowing me down when I should be enjoying life. Now, I know we've all got a story to tell, sad stories, but you know what? If we stay in the same rut we're in today and don't get off our arse and give life a fair go, we're never ever going to know what life's really about. Life is not about gloom and doom and poor me, poor me. You got to stop that and get a hold of yourself and figure out where you're going in life. You can't stay in the same rut. If I was to stay in the same rut, I'd be dead. I wouldn't be here today talking to you all over the world about taking drugs, drinking alcohol, popping pills, and smoking a bit of hooch. It's going to lead to nowhere. You're going to waste all those years of drinking, smoking, doing silly things. And when I see people shoot up drugs, I shake my head to it. I had a partner. I found her picking up cigarette butts, and I started talking to her, become her friend, trying to help her. I took her to Inner Space. I took her to this dry out centre. I took her there, nah. And when I did get her help, she didn't stay into the rehab. Couple of weeks and she's out again. And she's doing the same thing again. Well, lo and behold, she, rest her soul, she passed away with the needle in her arm. And I can talk about this stuff because I've experienced it. I know what it's like to lose someone that you love. The Chook Man's been there, felt what it's like. It's a lot of sadness, a lot of shit that goes on in your head. And then you think, oh, well, I can't soldier on. Well, you can soldier on. You can pick yourself up if you really want to. And get off the drugs, get off the alcohol, get off the pills, and get off the weed. I did it. I've been clean off the alcohol now for 15 years. I never ever, from where I come from and the story I carry, I never ever thought, oh, I could do that. And look at me now. And I haven't got tickets on myself. I'm just like anyone else in the world. I'm no one special, but I am somebody. And when I see grown men my age sticking a needle in their arm, come on, guys, you can do better than that. You know? Stop degrading yourself. Stop putting yourself down. Stop thinking, oh, I'm hopeless. You know? It's going to lead to one place and one place only. And that's death. I can talk about that because I've lost a lot of good friends to suicide and all the rest. Right? But, you know, when you see it all the time, you think, come on, guys. There's a better life than this. You just have to want to go out and get it. Want to change your life. Stop hanging around with people that do the same thing. If they're on drugs, let them be on drugs and you go on your merry way and clean your act up and do it for yourself. And then do it for other people. You're number one, you know. I spent many years putting myself down, and I shouldn't have. I'm number one now. Everyone comes second, and if they don't like it, bad luck. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm going to tell you how it is. I've got to think about me. Number one. I come first, everything else comes second. And if you don't like that, bad luck. I'm sick of letting everyone else out in the big wide, helping other people. And then thinking, oh, I'll do something good for myself. Well, not anymore. You know, since I gave up that alcohol, I think positive now. You know, it's all about what I could do for myself. Yeah, I've lived through this. I've lived on the streets. I've eaten out of rubbish bins. I've had dirty clothes on my back. I've been pushed from pillar to post. I've been abused from the age of 2-month-old baby right until I was ready to give up alcohol. So I know what it's like to be down and out. Do you know? I'm not raving on because the chook man's raving on. I'm trying to get through to other people that there's a better life than taking drugs and alcohol and doing dumb things. Sooner or later, there's two things going to happen to you. You're either going to die or you're going to end up in hospital. And those two things, they're not good choices, but that's where you end up. So yeah, I just thought I'd touch on stuff that I've experienced and I've been through, and I hear your pain. But we can listen. It's like the pig in the mud. There's a pig in the mud, right? And it wells in the mud all the time. It loves it, but it never gets up out of the mud and soldiers on. That's how, like us humans, we get stuck in the rut, and we don't make anything of our lives. Guys, I never, from where I come from, I would never ever think that I was going to make it through my sad story from where I've come from. But I have. I say hello to people, and if people don't like me, bad luck. It is what it is. You know, we're all on a journey, and we're all going to end up in the same place sooner or later. And the years are going faster and faster and faster. It's making my head spin to see how fast the new years come. 55 now, wow, what happened to all those years? But I tell you what, the rest of the years that are coming my way are going to be good years. So I hope you get the Chookman's raving on and talking about how we can better ourselves in life. And you know what? Only you can do it. It doesn't matter if you go to rehab. It doesn't matter if you talk to whatever. Only you can do it. We go forward in life. We don't walk backwards in life. And what we did yesterday stays there. It's what we do today that counts. I hope you really understand where the Chookman's coming from. You know, I suffer from critical PTSD. What a nightmare in itself to be dealing with that every day. It spins my head right around every day, but I've got to fight it like it's my worst enemy. You know, yeah, I'll get cravings for alcohol. I say, no. I've got to treat it like my worst enemy. That is my worst enemy. It kills so many brain cells in our brains, it's not funny. Once it goes into our blood system, goes into our brain, kills cells, and you kill another one and another one and another one. And before you know it, you get to 60 and your brain's fried. You don't know the difference between avocados or tomatoes. Your brain's fried, man. It's had it. So what you got to do is get help and stay on the yellow brick road. Stay on it, man. Because if you get off it... Alright guys, that's my bitch about taking drugs, alcohol, popping pills, and smoking a bit of hoochie coochie. It's all bad. It's all bad for our brain. Whatever we put in our mouth goes through our body. And it just leads to complications down the track. So my big message is today, watch what we put in our mouth and look after our body. As my partner says, our body's like a temple. If we treat it like a temple, we're right. We treat it like a tip, it ain't going to end good. you're going to end up like the chook man, in and out of hospital, blood test, this test, that test, and in the end of the day, that's no life. You should get to 50 and enjoy life. And I'm trying to do that now. So if I have a bad day tomorrow, today's going to be good. Alright guys, as I always say, keep out of the sun, be kind to yourself, and try to have a nice day.